My teaching philosophy is simple. I want to work with young students to help them build strong foundations to grow educationally, socially, and emotionally as well. I want my students to develop a strong sense of self-efficacy so they are secure in their educational experience and feel safe to explore their ideas. I believe to begin this journey to solid foundations for students is to start as an educator not only as a role model, but as a guardian to our students. We must create a classroom environment where our students feel comfortable and confident to learn and experiment both individually and as a team. As role models, we must model behavior that shows students an appropriate way to act within society as well as in the school system, to have a collaboratively enjoyable experience. As guardians, we must show our students our encouragement, our support, and our trust in their abilities. As educated and trusted guardians to our students, we must ensure our students' basic needs are always being met. I believe Maslow was correct that when a student's hierarchy of needs are met, we will see a capable and engaged student. When a secure classroom environment is created, an educator has the students engaged in order to get to know each student. I believe my number one job as a teacher is to get to know my students, their abilities, and their struggles, and to show them how to mature using the tools of the education system. I do believe that Gardner was correct when he discussed that everyone has multiple intelligences and areas at which they excel. I believe our job as educators is to not only let students use these natural tools to them, but also to allow them to learn testing different tools and feeling confident to experiment with different intelligences. With the use of differentiation and the background knowledge of each student, my goal is to give a classroom where they can succeed and progress in the education system while feeling confident and secure in their abilities. Students have the right to an education that fits their own individual needs, and I strongly believe with my background knowledge and my continuing education that I am capable of meeting the needs of every student in order to help them educationally while also creating important life skills. I believe educators need to have more flexibility than any other career choice. As educators, we are responsible for not only educating, but shaping and preparing students for the rest of their lives. From our classroom, our students should feel comfortable and confident to move forward with the lessons they have taken away from us. In order to motivate our students to learn, I believe we must focus on intrinsic motivation. In order to do this, I plan to focus on the use of formative assessment, to allow students to use the assessment process as a tool to learn from and grow. Assessment should not be used as to judge a student. Assessment should be used as a learning tool to intrinsically motivate students. I believe assessment should be done as a team, an educator being the board to which a student bounces their ideas off of. As the student's knowledge develops, a teacher can help steer a student into the right direction and give students the extra motivation and belief in themselves they may sometimes need. Students without grades will be intrinsically motivated by the way accomplishing a task and gaining more knowledge will feel. I am a fan of inquiry-based learning as well as hands-on learning. I believe students need the ability to exercise their brains rather than just listening during class time. As an educator, I want to give my students the opportunity to get involved in every single lesson. I hope to get my students actively involved in the planning, discussions, and activities of every subject we go through. I hope to get my classroom outside whenever possible, and when we are stuck in the classroom, to make sure our classroom feels like a place of adventure and possibility in which we can learn new things every single day. Although my experiences are still limited, I am learning a lot through my own children, through my education, through my time as an educational assistant, and through my practicum placements in 2 different K-2 classrooms. I believe as an educator it is my responsibility to continue to learn and refine my teaching abilities in order to give my students the education they deserve.
Created using Powtoon.